I'm Piano Man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Welcome to the long run with an honest tongue. Justified, opinionated when the topic comes. Don't give a piss about nothing but tide. Honey be on my mind and I keep that pride. Stroke still strong, last name long. Roll tide, roll where the truth belong. West Virginia born, working hard in my soul. Still got that steel town grin and I take control. F them trees, yeah I said it loud. Go Steelers too, got the whole room proud. Love that college game, love that Friday light. Love them real world problems and we talk all night. We bring that fire gumbo daily. Stir it up, don't play me. Bishop on the forge by fire wave. JB got the whole room crazy. LaToya in the mix, can't tame it. Twist to keep the freight line moving. Welcome to the show. Piano Man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yep. Y'all know what's up. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Free for All Friday. Hey, it's me, it's your boy, it's P, also known as the Optimist Enforcer, because we ain't coming to play no games with nobody. You know what to do. I done laid the ground rules. Everybody know what the business is, right? Right. And we here to enforce the rules. That's what the business is. All right. Now, you know I don't waste no time. You know I don't waste no time. It's Free for All Friday. It's time to get to it. I got to bring my guy in. I got to bring my homie in. You know how it go. But I got to bring him in right. Because the bishop is tight. Y'all know what to do. Yeah. Coming to the stage, it's Mr. Forge Forward only by fire. Hey, this man don't run from nobody's phone booth. And look here, your pound of flesh belongs to him. What's up, Bishop?
I pause on that. Nah, I'm messing. Check this out. It's Free for All Friday.
Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, I got to put this on up here. Hey, Dennis Cola, roll tide to your brother. He done said what I wanted to say. That's it right there. Talk with respect and dignity or stay the hell out. That's the bottom line. We tired of that. We tired of the foolishness, okay? That's it. Talk with respect and dignity. Hey, if you expect us to respect you, you expect us to carry some dignity and integrity with you, then you carry it with us. Because remember, we are the standard. That's it. That's the bottom line. What I tell y'all yesterday, we are the four horsemen, right, Bishop? We the four horsemen. Right. That's right. We the four horsemen. We don't take no prisoners. Hey, look at him. You might not can be first, but you can be next. That's right. You can't be first because we first, but you can be next. That's what the business is. Bishop, how you doing this morning, man?
Man, awesome. I woke up. Hey. What you want to happen.
That's it, man. What you want to happen. Don't ask me what's happening, because I'm gonna ask you what you want to happen and what you think gonna happen. And I'm finna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what's about to happen. You keep fooling with me. I'm gonna tell you what's about to happen. Yeah, man. What the business is. What you say, Stephen Hicks and the Voices of No Mercy. What's up? And Stephen Hicks, we always wish Stephen his absolute best, while he's wishing all these non-Bama fans their absolute worst. They're the absolute worst. What's up, Stephen Hicks? Twister, my main man, one of the Gumbo Chefs. Good morning and roll tide. What's up, Anthony? He's the only Hurricane fan with some sense. I hear you, man. What we see you now. I got to do this. I'm going to do this because it's Free for All Friday. I'm going to do this. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm gonna get with this one. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Y'all know who it is. It's none other. It's the lady. Hit it, Bishop.
Lady Latoya. Yeah.
Yeah, Nanu. What's up, Lady Latoya? What the business is? You know, quit playing, girl.
Quit playing.
Quit playing and act like you know. This the Optimus Enforcer. We ain't taking no prisoners. We ain't playing no games. That's what it is over here from here on out till my casket drop. That's right. Yeah, that's what's up. William Bryant, roll tide and good morning to you, my friend. Roll tide to you. I thought I saw Ken the Bama fan. There he is. What's up, Ken the Bama fan? Roll tide, roll to you. Roll tide to the both of you. Good morning to the both of you. I'm coming on up the hill. Coming on up the hill. What's up, Dennis Kohler? You already know, bro. I already put you up there. But good morning and roll tide to you. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. What's up, Brock? Roll tide, roll. Roll tide, Brock. Brock, we ain't playing with them today. Come on with it. Hey, it's getting closer to the season. I got to get you ready. I got to make sure y'all ready. We done took the reins off. We ain't playing. We done been disrespected long enough. It's time to send some folks back down to the pit where they come from and where they belong. Uh-oh. Here we go. I got to do it. What? Here we go. Where you at? Where you at? There it is. Yeah, Bishop.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Y'all know who it is. It's none other than Double A. Roll Tide, Double A. Good morning. But the business is Double A. You know, don't come over there and take your Friday away from you now. Don't have me put you in timeout Friday. You be there all weekend. The judge won't be back in till Monday. And if I go on a spree, you might not make it to Tuesday. All right. Yeah. What's up, Double A?
Here comes
you already started. We don't care. Man, get out of here with all that foolishness. Man, we don't care about Texas Tech. Texas Tech got put out last night by the other brand team. You see what I'm saying? So apparently their money wasn't deep enough. Roger, you done wrote a whole Bishop. I almost said something ugly right there. You done wrote.
I know you did.
Dissertation. I know. What?
Hold on. It's free for all. Let it go.
Man, you done wrote a whole dissertation over here. What you applying for, a doctorate degree? The hell you got going? Okay, so the boy finished 2-4, and he in 24, he finished 9-4. So what? What? Cause we finna get on something else. I'm finna show you something.
Move on.
We finna get on something else. Moving on. Cause I'm gonna tell you what, Roger. You know what is there to debate? A record is what it is. We don't care. We're Bama. We don't care. You don't have a team. I'm beginning to wonder if you're a real person. I'm beginning to wonder. But like I said yesterday, we ain't taking no prisoners, Roger. We don't care. We don't care what you say. We are the Alabama Crimson Tide. And like I said yesterday, you may not be first, but you can be next. Okay? So let that, so you know, and Roger, you know what? Wait a minute, I gotta do this. Bishop, tell me if you hear this or not.
What's that?
Did you hear some clapping?
No.
Okay, all right. I got to get that feature fixed. Okay, I'm gonna get that feature fixed. I got some clapping and some applause, but I want to give Roger a sitting ovation because I ain't finna stand for you at all. I want to give you a sitting ovation, Roger, because you've taken this time. You've dissected Alabama. That just simply means, brother, we on your mind. We on your mind. We on your mind. Y'all scared of what we scared of? Why we scared of you? What we scared of you for? All right, chat. Y'all better jump it. What we scared of you for? I done told the chat, Roger, for you and folks like you to get you. Okay? What we about who this the future Alabama college football is still Alabama, always will be Alabama, has been Alabama. Next dumb statement you got. Let me see. Bishop, this fellow done wrote a dissertation. A dissertation. What is there to debate? Look here, look here, Roger. You're talking about the future of college football.
You seeing his scars. He's showing his scars.
Man, he forgot we Trump tight over here. Oklahoma. So Roger, but Roger, you know what? I'm in the mood because I want to ask you a question. Okay, since you're talking about, all you can do, you're one of these type folks that all you do is highlight the negatives. If the man is 20-8, that means he's 12 games better than his losses. See, you one of these type folks that want to capitalize on negative moments, like about your life is going right about now, because it sounds like and it looks like your life is one big negative, or it has more negatives than it does positives. Now, I'm not giving you a whole lot of attention because, I'm going to let the chat handle you, because me and Bishop and when Governor comes, we got something to discuss than to sit back and talk about your wannabe doctoral thesis.
Hey, P, can I ask him one question?
Man, you can ask him as many questions as you like, but I ain't got time for this clown.
Yeah, check this out, bro. If you are coming over here, first of all, make sure you like and subscribe to this.
Please, thank you.
Because you finna, let me give you a word of advice in this gumbo you about to partake in. Realize where you at and how much you writing. It only dictates how smooth and how harmful it is to mess with they say the tide. Now, that is your peace offering. Salute.
Look, come on, kid. How we scared of somebody with no team or scared to name their team? I think you're just scared myself. Bishop, he don't want to get in this phone booth. He don't want to. He just think he do. Because he come talking about, see, listen, when a person wants to debate something that's not even up for debate, what is there to debate about? Why you want to debate on something that's non-debatable, on the future of college football? Okay, let me ask you a question. What's this guy's name? Roger Dodger. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna start calling you Stranger Danger here in a minute. Because here we go. Watch this in, Roger. You want to debate on the future of college football, right? Well, let's take a step back to the past, okay, if you will, if you're old enough to do that, okay, because you sound very juvenilish to me, all right? Here we go. Who said, and Bama fans, I need y'all to chime in on this one too, all right? Bama fan, Ken, Carla, good morning, Latoya, good morning, Ebony, all y'all, J. Cole, all Bama fans. I need to know, it's Stephen Hicks, Dennis, I need y'all to chime in on this one. Who said, Double A, that Alabama, let's go back, not like 10 years, okay? If you can go back that far. I'm talking to stranger danger up there. Listen, who said that Alabama was the future of college football in the first place? I'll wait, because I'll debate you right here. Every time, J. Cole, when Bama would lose a game, Bishop, who would they say was the future of college football? It
Last
wasn't
time.
Alabama, was it?
Mm-mm.
It wasn't Alabama. First, it was Clemson. No. First, it was Ohio State. Then it was Clemson. Then it was LSU. Then it was Georgia. I ain't heard Alabama's name yet. But what the funny part is when these teams would have their, as Bishop would say, would have their moment in the phone booth, and have their pound of flesh and everything. Who always came out back on top?
Facts.
Now show me the lie, Roger. Show me the lie. Show me the lie, sir. Show me the lie. Have a seat, sir. You woke up. I'm with you, Stephen. I want to put Stephen at top. You know what? I had to shout Stephen out yesterday because Stephen be on it. Woke up typing all that nonsense.
Look, knowing it, hey, and knowing it's Friday, no, good and well, hey, too close to the weekend. Don't be doing that.
No. But chat. Y'all, did y'all get my question? Who said that Alabama? So now Indiana is the future of college football. Oh, really? I guarantee you, who's a day, Indiana will not win the Natty this year. See, you don't see, sir. I forgot. You can't talk reasonably with someone who's never been there before. See, y'all a basketball school. Hate to be the bear bad news, but y'all a basketball school, and even in that, y'all have taken a step back. Okay, so now you think that because let's call a spade right here. Who's a day? You all hadn't developed anybody either, just like Miami hadn't. Because your last two quarterbacks, you purchased them. Show me the lie, who's a day? Show me the lie. Show me the lie. See, I told you I ain't finna bull jive with y'all. Let's go here. Since y'all want to come in here and be disrespectful, I told you where you spit it, that's where you're gonna get it. See, Piano Man, don't forget nothing, because I am the Optimus Enforcer. I'm about to enforce something on you right here, right now. Who's a day? If y'all are, help me out, Bishop. If you all are training and developing quarterbacks, how come you let Mendoza's brother go? How come you didn't develop him? Oh, I know why. Because Signetti wants his stuff right now. He's going to be one and done, just like Ohio State and just like Michigan, because all of y'all in the Big Ten are following the same pattern. Telling you.
That's crazy.
The same pattern, who's a day, and when it happens to you and everything, I'm looking at your schedule. Let me put Bible. Here we go. Bible. Let me pull my Bible out. Indiana. I'm put it to you this way. First of all, here's your schedule. You start off with North Texas. That should be a win. You start off with Howard. That should be a win. You start off with WKU. That should be a win. And then you start off with Northwestern. That should be a win. Who's a day? Who do you play? Look at your schedule. Oh, but I'm pretty sure you're well aware of it. Okay? Then you go to Rutgers. Then you go to Nebraska. Then you play Ohio State. You have Ohio State at home. That's going to be 50-50. Then you go to Michigan. You play Minnesota. You play USC. You go to Washington. And then you play Roger Dodger now. Purdue. So in the words of my GM Bino, you only have 2 games and a half. Michigan, Ohio State, and possibly USC. Throw Washington in there for good measure, because Washington is hard to beat at home. I'm just being honest with you. Who's a day? Y'all won't win it this year. Y'all won't win it this year. See, y'all not gonna wake up. See, some people are gonna be on to you. Y'all won't win it this year. You're not the future. You're just another brick in the wall. Pink Floyd, 1980. You're just another brick in the wall, bro. Don't ever get that twisted. That y'all the future of college football. Don't even get that twisted. Don't even think that. Don't even think that darn logic, cause it ain't that much logic in the world. The way that okay. So now all of a sudden you're going see, boy, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had some thoughts that they ran into a four-way stop, Bishop and Governor, and all four of them thoughts ran into each other. First of all, you got Michigan, you got Ohio State, you got Indiana, all sitting at the stop sign, right? And then they all figuring out who's going to go next. Ain't none of y'all gonna go next. Come on, who's a Dave? Come on, pay attention to what's going on around you, player. Good morning, Governor.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, we giving them the business. I ain't that big Governor. Don't come. Hey, no lap dogs running around here. Either you're running in the field or you don't run at all. We tired of this disrespect. I done told everybody, take the gloves off and listen. We are the four horsemen and everything. You can't be first, but you can be next, cause we first. That's the way that's running. We first. That's how that's running. Governor, you doing all right?
I'm straight, man. It's another day. It's Friday.
It's Friday, bro. It's Friday. We're better than we were last year. I beg to differ.
What are we talking about in the Big Ten?
Who's a Dave said, see, first of all, Roger comes on here with this nonsense talking about we're scared to debate him on the future of college football. On Alabama not being the future of college football. First of all, I asked him, let's go back 10 years. I said, whenever Alabama lost a game, lost a natty, who did they say was the future of college football?
Damn sure wasn't on Indiana.
And watch this. And they never, whoever Alabama lost to, like, you remember when they lost to Clemson? Clemson is this, Clemson is that, Clemson is the other. What happened to Clemson?
I'm still trying to find out.
Still trying to find out, right? Right. All right. When Ohio State won the natty and everything, Ohio State is this, Ohio State is that, LSU is this, LSU is that. And at the end of the day, who was people, the media, still talking about?
There's only one team that comes to mind.
Well, enlighten us, Governor. Enlighten us.
You know, it's a team. I say, let's just say it. It's a small team in Tuscaloosa, capital T town. They were the crimson and white.
Yeah.
You know, team with an A on the side of their helmet. I think we all know who that team is. I don't think we need to reiterate who that team is. Worldwide, you know. When we start seeing the coaches in interviews with other Hall of Famers or in commercials and Hall of Famers, then you can actually come talk to me. Affleck.
What's up, Ebony? Good to see you. UW is quarterback. Despite showing, I ain't lying to you now. What's up, Ebony? Let me see who got out. Let me see. Bishop. Okay, I'll leave him on. Hey, what's up, Layla Latoya?
Piano man, what it do? What the business is? Word on the street. P know how to handle his.
Say what now?
Bishop. I said word on the street. P know how to handle his.
Sure.
Roger them better get their mind right.
Somebody better get their mind right. Governor, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I got you there. What's up, Toy?
Morning, Governor. Morning, Bishop.
Yeah,
I just jumped on here right. right quick to tell Roger and who's today that Bama wakes up in the morning and we piss excellence, and y'all know it. That's why you over here. I ain't never seen y'all are closet Bama
Get
fans. You
'em.
watch everything we do. So soon we make a slipper. Ooh, they ain't do this. Ooh, they ain't do that. What has your team done? Now, who's today? Your team just won the national championship, so you hold out time out on you. But Roger, who is your team? You don't have a team, or you're ashamed to tell who your team is because you never won anything. You probably never will win anything. So find some. Clint Lamb was the while you was writing the whole dissertation in Piano Man chat. Clint Lamb was live at 7:45. Why you didn't go there in his chat with that shit? Why y'all got to come over here with that? But appreciate Piano Man. He appreciate the views and the interaction because it's just helping his channel grow. So we do appreciate that part of it. But if you want to come over here and carry on with something that makes sense. Come with facts. Tell us about what your team did. Who is your team? Who's your day? You in timeout, but I'm still on your head too. But Roger, who is your team? Who is your team? What has your team done? And not to anybody else, what has your team done against Bama? What is your team record against
Get
Bama?
'em.
Talking about Coach DeBoer first year. Who was your coach? What was his first year? What was his record? What is his record against Bama? If you can't answer that, you ain't no sense of you writing nothing else in the chat. Until you can answer that, we'll see you later. Who's your day? Indiana won the next championship. That's your team. Only thing I got to say to you is congratulations and run it back.
Run it
See
back.
if you can establish some dominance like Bama did. See if you can win as many as Bama did. Tell me when is people gonna get excited and talk more about you losing than you winning. When you get there, then you have reached the Bama standard. Bama played Georgia in the national championship, lost the national championship, and came back as the number one team in the next season. When you can get like me, you can come back and talk to me. Until then, have a great day and roll MF Tide.
They done pissed off one of the people in the I done told y'all. Don't worry about the fellas in Discord. Women that you gotta worry about. Said that. I said this already. That's just one of them. But Roger, yes, it is about commercials because you haven't told us who your team is. So
Man, I think Roger's a bot.
is he
It
the
doesn't matter who his team is.
Don't matter.
Get 'em. Get
Don't
'em.
Take
matter who
your
your team
comments,
is.
take your opinions, turn them some bitches sideways and stick them straight up your candy ass. How about that? Jabroni.
Told you. I told you, Roger. We
You
ain't about to
walked
play with
in.
you, man.
We told you.
We
You
told you. We gave you fair warning that this was gonna happen. So you thought Optimus Prime was playing with you.
I,
I'm not playing with you, man. You come up in here talking your crap every day, every day, every day, and I tolerate it. But yesterday you crossed the line, bro. You crossed the line. So guess what? I just push back. That's all. Because I just want to let you know, don't let the humbleness fool you. Because like Lady Latoya said, the word on the street is he can handle his. You better listen to the word on the street. I can show you better than I can tell you.
where my mods at?
I don't need my mods. I am the mod.
Good to work. That where
But
my
my mods, governor, governor,
free for all. You stepped in it.
governor. Don't my mods know what to do?
You know.
hey man. Hey man.
Shoot, my moms ain't got to tell me nothing. Don't act. I won't get you cause if you don't. Now we're gonna let you go a little while, Roger Dodger, Stranger Danger. We're gonna let you go. That's his new name, Governor Latoya Bishop. It ain't Roger Dodger, it's Stranger Danger. Roger Goodman is Stranger Danger.
Well, first of all,
Because you can't even tell me who your team is. I don't have a team. Well, what you doing on here then?
it's a wild label. Stranger Danger, that's a wild label. That
Out of
one
all the chats, the one into you had the one into mine. Well, you get what you asked for. You came looking for it, you got it.
I mean, yeah, commercials is the talk point because who is your coach, bro? Who is your coach? Because you don't want to. You say debates. You're not bringing up no stats. Okay, so let's go publicity. Let's do commercials. Can
I know who his coach is. I think I just figured it out.
It's Jesus? That's everybody's coach.
You know, I know who
Uh-uh.
it is.
Jesus.
I know who it is, Governor. It's Wario, the
But,
alter ego of Mario.
but we're delusional, so we're
So
delusional fans. We're fans that just always want to argue natties. You know what's crazy? in that same statement. You always bring it up, Natties. Well, if you can't have that conversation, I don't think you should be in this room.
Look like another love TKO.
I mean, he's
Oh boy, boy,
talk
boy, boy, boy.
about natties.
Lord
Can
Jesus.
you talk about natties? Because if we can't have a natty conversation, then I don't think you should be in this room.
All right, Governor. Governor, have you had your coffee?
Oh yeah, I've had my coffee.
Yeah. Okay. You have. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to pretend that you haven't right quick.
Mm.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Get him. Get him before I do.
Damn. The name. I see. I'm different. I'm an Aquarius. I don't care about your feelings. I'm not going to care about your feelings. You, like I said, you use 160 characters to stay behind the screen. I'm an idiot. What makes me an idiot? Please explain. Elaborate.
We done invited you to the Discord, but you're talking about scared of a debate, and we done told you to come over there to the Discord where we can actually hear your voice and everything. But you come over here and choose to hide behind a screen or the keyboard and call people idiots.
I'm not going to go on no rant. See, that's what he wants. He wants a rant or anybody else who doesn't agree with their opinions. You call them names. Time out. Didn't we just have a segment with Courtney Morgan trying to do best for the team? And what's the first thing they do is, he's an idiot. You're a thug. You're all this things. Thank you, Roger. You just proved our point.
Our coach is on the cover of College Football 27 Deluxe Edition. 27. And how many times Saban get there?
I'm not in 27.
Okay. Good.
The cover.
We don't care.
The cover
Because
of
guess what? We get on that game and play on the game. I guarantee you Alabama beat you on the game. I guarantee you that.
I ain't even mad at who today because he acting just like he's supposed to act. He acting like a person that ain't never had it. So let him enjoy his time. He ain't never had it before. This is his first time experiencing. This is his first time being in the limelight. Let him shine. Let it turn. It's your little light. Let it shine. This little light of mine. We gonna let it shine. Who's today? We ain't even mad at you. We talking about this no team ass Raj over here. That's what we talking about. We'll give you a little grace. We'll give you a little grace. Who's today? We understand you ain't never had
All right,
it.
who's today? We'll let
It's
you.
cool.
I'm gonna let you make it today. We on the
Yeah, we'll
deluxe
make it
edition.
today.
But
Yeah.
at least,
But you know, really, I don't care. You know, I really don't care. But because of Lady Latoya, Bishop and Governor, you know, they, you know, in their own sort of way, they telling me to kind of be nice. The who's a Dave on that one. So I'm gonna let you have it at day request. But you do know I really don't care.
but my thing
I
is,
really don't give. I give less than 2 television sets.
at least
Digital at that.
this conversation, though, at least he can talk natties. He can talk a natty. He has
Right. And he has a recent matter to talk about. So, like I said,
Yeah.
it's new
So
to him.
I give you
He
that.
excited to be in the limelight. We'll give him that. We'll give him that because his team at least did win a national championship. He
Yeah.
did do that, and he did it this year.
And they
So
ran
we'll
the
give
tape.
him that.
And they
They
ran
did.
the tape. They
They
ran
did. So,
the tape.
hey,
So who's the day?
respect
I
who's
got you.
today. I
We
ain't not
got
understand why you acting like that. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't had a national championship in what, about 10, 12 years when we won in '09, and we had the big head too. So we get it. We get it. Then they just kept coming and coming and
Yeah.
coming. So when you get there, then you come on back and have your say, sir.
I'm still stuck on.
Run it back, who's the day?
I'm an idiot.
But Roger Dodger, stranger danger. I don't know where you running to. Sound like you running with the Bulls in Spain, as far as I'm concerned, and you about to get gorged to death.
He's
Ole!
the default of Stranger Things. Like, bro, he's
Stranger danger.
he's a Stranger Things. Oh man, this is hilarious. I'm an idiot. Damn, I heard that.
But you know, Governor and Double A, and I saw Ebony and up in here. Did y'all see the dissertation this rascal wrote at the beginning of the show?
No, I miss ignorance.
Bruh, he wrote this whole dissertation that was about to be defended. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
He went, it made my head start hurting because see, I ain't had my bacon and eggs yet. See, I just, you know, I just had. That's why I asked you, Governor, hey, you had your coffee because see, I get, like they say, I'm like Fred Sanford. See, fat folk get violent when they ain't had nothing to eat. See, and I'm about to get violent on this clown and everything. But at least, but I'm with Stephen Hicks. Hoosier, you talk smack, but at least you think your team won, and I can respect that. I can respect that. See, I'm gonna give you smack. I'm gonna give you your pushback because see, I'm Bama. I'm Bama. Like I said, you can't be first, but you can be next.
But at least Hoosier, the thing is he has the right to poke his chest out because one, his team demolished us, and then they won the Natty. So yeah, you have the right to put your chest out. I'm not going to take that away from you. All we'll say is, if it's really that, if it's not a fluke, run it again. But I will respect you putting your chest out because you did what you did this year. Y'all went undefeated. You got a Heisman Trophy winner. Y'all destroyed Bama in the Rose Bowl, and you won the Natty. It's this other guy that I'm
Oh
like,
my goodness. Steven and Ken, the Bama fan, y'all need. I ain't gonna tell y'all to stop, man. Ken,
I'm,
the Bama fan, Indiana fans, and three-stroke Charlie got something in common.
did Roger play his internet bill yet? Because he real quiet.
Man, you know what? You know what they say about that heat? That heat got a way of toning you down, but I don't care. Man, Roger be coming up here with all that foolishness. He
He
the
said
only
Bama
man
won't.
I know.
He said you won't bring up the comment that he put on here about Bama won't win another national title in football. How you
We've
so
heard
sure?
that before. That's old business. So all we
How
gonna
you
do
so?
is
They
say
said we weren't gonna win another one after '92. They said we weren't gonna win another one after 2009.
we've
They done
heard that.
said that plenty of times.
You still have
Has your team ever won one? Till you could really till you could tell us who your team is. Go on,
not.
give him the famous what you said, two claps and a Ric Flair. Go on, give it to him, piano man. Till he can tell us who his team is. You just
Well,
get two claps and a Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's it. You just don't put it.
woo! I'm telling you
Here's
now.
all you get from over here, Rod.
You don't
I
put on.
won't bring up the comment that Bama won't win another national title in football. I just brought it up. So next, we've heard that about 10 million times.
Why you keep putting
So
him on?
so so why do I want to bring up old business? You've written this dissertation, you've defended it, and I've denied it.
You see,
He
this
said
ain't
it's
you don't.
so unprofessional because you bring a lady up just so she can curse. Hey, just know I'm not your average lady, and yes, I curse. Do you win? I also am a Bama fan. I'm used to winning. Are you?
You
Nick?
can't say
Oh,
no when you just
Roger,
studying the eat.
Oh,
Roger, I bring a lady up just so she can curse, right? Okay.
He,
You
he
better be glad that there's a couple of other ladies that y'all don't know about that are Bama fans. That what Lady Latoya said is peanuts compared to what they'll tell you.
why you keep putting until he addresses his team, don't put his name on the screen no more.
Okay, I ain't gonna do that.
Until you address your team and who you trying to defend, don't put his name on the
He's
screen.
irrelevant.
Right.
That's the only time you're gonna get another comment from us when you come in and say, "Okay, y'all, my team is." Until then, you're irrelevant.
If you tell me your team is Slippery Rock, Stony Brook, North Dakota State, that state that school I can't pronounce, start with an I and everything, you know. Until then, just get over there in the corner, have a Coke and a smile, and enjoy the rest of the festivities.
It's
It
called
might be ICDC College.
Something other.
we know somebody else who likes controversy. Don't put him on the screen no more.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I'm not about to raise my blood pressure.
Because it's Friday. It's free for all Friday. Because there's something else I want to talk about. But I wanted to give, wait a minute. Whoa. Hold up. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought I was about to. I thought, I'm gonna give this one moment. What's up, Ellen V? Bishop? There she go.
There she go.
There she go.
Oh snap! Y'all done messed up now.
What's up? Ebony, miss you too. Looking forward to hearing some great things here in the future. And we just looking forward. Good morning. But Bishop, I
Yeah.
got Governor here. Latoya got Governor here. I got to pick up, and Governor, you were not here to
Oh, that's right. Right. Right.
yeah, and I said I wanted to save this. Bino, that question that you asked, just monitor and do what you got to do, player. You already know. All right. Now, Governor Bino and I, he texted me the other night, and I'm gonna do exactly what I'm not gonna change how I did this. I'm gonna go with the same way that I did it yesterday. I'm going to do it again today because I don't want you to miss out on anything, because we were going to talk about this yesterday, but we got so rudely interrupted. So here we go. But we ain't getting interrupted today. So here we go. Bino sent me this Wednesday. He said, P, what's up? Tell me what you think about number 9 of 15 things to watch for. I went to my Bible, and Governor, you and I discussed number 10 on Monday, right? About Kalen DeBoer's crucial third season at Bama.
Yeah.
And so I went back and I looked at number 9. And I'm going to do for you exactly what I did for Lady Latoya. I'm going to read this whole spiel in its entirety. We're going to rap about it some more. So here we go. Number 9 of 15 is the playoff path. Now, Governor, just to kind of give you a heads up, I want you, in your own critical way, I want you to listen for what's not being said. Just think about the current climate and listen for what's not being said. There's going to be some obvious, and then there will be some inobvious. But for those of us that really keep up with college football, this is going to be very obvious. So here we go. The playoff path. 2 years of data from the expanded 12-team college football playoff field isn't enough to draw sweeping conclusions. However, that short window of time has provided a glimpse of what could be coming this fall. Only 4 teams, or Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, and Indiana, qualified for both 12-team fields. With a massive roster change, with the massive roster changes every year due to the transfer portal, the path to a playoff spot is as wide open as ever. For the first time, a contender. Let me go back and read that again. With the massive roster changes every year due to the transfer portal, the path to a playoff spot is as wide open as ever for a first-time contender or a repeat appearance by last year's new faces. A breakthrough by a newcomer isn't guaranteed, especially with 25 first-time playoff teams, or 2025. That's what they mean. Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma are all primed to contend for the 12-team field once again. Ole Miss head coach Pete Golding retained quarterback Trinidad Chambers and running back Kewan Lacey, and momentum is already high for the new era after 2 playoff wins last season. Quarterback play at Texas A&M, Marcel Reed, and Oklahoma, John Mateer, looms large for both programs. Hopes of another berth in the 12-team field. The most obvious first-time playoff candidates in 26 include BYU squad that's been knocking on the door in each of the past 2 years. If new coordinator Gary Patterson can fix the defense, USC has the offensive firepower to join the field from a crowded Big Ten. So, which long shot teams could surprise with a breakthrough playoff appearance? A pair of programs with new head coaches, Florida, John Summerall, Virginia Tech, James Franklin, could top the list. Louisville is always a factor in the wide open ACC, and South Carolina could surprise if head coach Shane Beamer's off-season offensive changes pay off in a big way. Governor, tell me, what saith thou?
It's just I'll address Bama hater. Didn't they just say that the ACC is wide open? That's hilarious. I mean, I think we've been saying that you know what? I'm gonna get off of that topic. But I thought that was important to understand that the ACC is wide open. For a team that just went to the ACC and said that they claiming the ACC back, the experts are saying it's wide open. But okay. The 25 other teams. Um, I'm not understanding what they really mean on the surface level. Okay.
Uh-huh.
On the hitting level, they're kind of saying a lot, in my opinion. They're saying a lot. You got your front runners, the four, and then you have a lot of teams that's going to be implemented into the playoffs this year. It's going to be teams that you're not going to expect. So the BYU's, Virginia Tech, you might have to watch out for this year. Um, they didn't include us. If you guys paid attention, they didn't say Bama at all. So yeah, I think this year it's probably going to be a toss up between a lot of Big Ten teams, a lot of Big 12 teams, and a sprinkle of SEC and ACC together.
Hmm.
That's what I got out of it.
So, what about the part where it talks about when you said it was wide
Hold on, I
open?
can't hear you.
Okay,
Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Bishop, you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, and hopefully, as governor comes back on, we'll keep the chat going. What about the part where it's kind of obvious right here, uh, where Bishop and Governor, where it does not mention, as you said, Governor, you could have went on with it, but Miami played for the Natty, and this article does not bring them up,
No,
Nope. Nor Notre Dame.
they said it's
nor
wide.
Notre Dame.
I think Notre Dame is already a given, though. That's why I didn't say them.
Oh
Yeah,
my, yeah. Thank you, bro. You
yeah,
said the
yeah,
exact same thing. Confirm what I said.
yeah, exactly. And that's what Bishop said yesterday. It is more of a given with them. So why bring up why state the obvious? Because
Right.
they've been given this free pass. And that's why I don't understand why Miami fans, or some of them, not all of them, but some of them are raising sand about Alabama when y'all are totally being disrespected by not even being mentioned, and
They men-
saying
they mentioned Louisville.
Miami has a place in it, and they don't. They're not being given one.
They mentioned Louisville, a team that wasn't even in the ACC championship. They mentioned Louisville for a reason, and Virginia Tech for a reason. They didn't mention Duke. They didn't mention Virginia. They didn't mention Clemson. They didn't mention Georgia Tech. they mentioned SMU, they mentioned Louisville and Virginia Tech from a wide open ACC. Think about that. And I'm right. This comment right here. Honestly, I think they mentioned Virginia Tech due to that donation that they just got. Also, if you Tennessee also got a big
Mhm.
donation.
That's right.
So when we just hold on, let's just, if you don't mind, can we take a turn real quick? Then weren't we just talking about the funds for the
Funding.
university yesterday?
Mhm. Funding.
And then those two articles came out the same day.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
I said alumni give money back to the school. So let's harp on that just a tad. Tennessee got 130 million. Virginia Tech just got 75 million. Is that a part of the NIL?
You know what? I actually have no clue how that runs.
I didn't say
But
they
when
were.
you sit down and you think about it for a minute, no matter where that's going, the question is for me, Governor, is how are they going to channel that? Where is it being channeled to? Is this for the whole athletic department? Because remember, when the NCAA gives them $20.5 million, it's for everybody. It has to be disseminated among everybody. Now,
Right.
nobody's being specific about where these funds, these donations are going. Is it football? Is it basketball? Is it baseball? Is it hockey? Is it track and field? Where is it going?
That's what I'm saying. They say it's for the athletic department. That could be a lot of things. That could be to restructure the building. That could be uh,
Mhm.
put more money in the players' pockets when it comes to NIL, because now you have free money to go on. You could do a lot of things. And also, Austin, I didn't say that they were experts. I just said that the articles came out the same day. That's what I said.
Okay. And I was about to address that. Who said that they were experts, Austin?
I
They
said,
never even compared themselves or said that they were experts. We're just reading an article. Quit
I,
overthinking it, sir.
right. All I said was I think it's no type of coincidence. We talked about funds yesterday dealing with Alabama, and two articles came out for the biggest donations to those schools. Came out the same day. That's all I said. That's all I
Now,
said.
Austin said that it can't be legally, it can't legally be NIL if it's donated directly to school. That's what collectives are for. Okay. But all I'm asking is okay, but where is it being channeled to? Is it one specific spot, or are we just saying they're saying to the athletic department? That's very vast.
I will have to ask Bishop this. When it comes to NIL, who
Uh-huh.
decides where the funds go for the certain individuals?
Uh-huh.
Is it the school? Is it their agents? Is it the contracts negotiated with their agent? Is it the people that they are associating with themselves with, like branding up? Is those contracts? Because who's a bit? Because at the end of the day, when you hear NIL, you're thinking name, image, and likeness, right?
Right.
Okay. So if you're at a university,
Hmm.
who whose names is on those contracts to decipher which player gets what and which player gets just the um I would say as a whole, which players get the incentive or whatever.
Let,
Who
let me Governor, I'm so glad you asked. Do you know why they left it so vague?
no,
Because if anything come down the pike, because right now our good old government is doing their thing, they they are doing donations because it doesn't fall into any criteria. The money can be utilized how the entity or the university sees fit.
Who said experts? I'm still stuck on the experts. I'm sorry. I read what piano. I didn't say expert. I
Oh
said.
my.
I said about the donation
Get him. Get him.
yeah,
Uh-uh.
and I said we were talking about the alumni, how the players that graduated from the schools and universities with alumni. Then I also doubled down and said, forget universities, forget college. You graduated high school. Don't they hit y'all back up in the emails and ask y'all to fund the high school that you graduated from? I didn't say anything about experts. I didn't call them no experts or anything. I said the articles came out the very same day after we were talking about funds. Didn't say nothing about experts. Now, if that's what you thought you heard, that's not what I said. But continue. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Right here. He said the experts say the ACC is wide open. Sir, oh gosh. Okay.
Okay.
You're acting like Roger. You're
Okay.
acting like Roger Austin. Hate to tell you that, but you're acting like Roger. You can't pick up sarcasm when you hear it.
Bro.
He was being sarcastic right there. Like, come on, dude. He said the expert said he's being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Come on, Austin. I
Come
thought you
on,
were
bro.
better than that.
Come on, bro. Let me
Yeah.
let me let me fertilize your mind right now. Understand, whenever litigation puts it as a donation, they don't want to pigeonhole it to anything. It's for the discretion of the university to use it at their will. But let me emphasize, after the government had their little meetings, all of a sudden these there's like 10 9 to 10 universities are now getting donations from their biggest donors. I want to ask you why. I want to know, why do you think they're doing that? Are they jockeying for positions because they know something's coming down the pike?
All of a sudden, now who's a day? I'm being sarcastic, but at the same time, I'm not. All these years, y'all had these wealthy alumni. And
Okay.
now all of a sudden, Indiana football program wins a natty. You don't find that strange? Where your wealthy donors been? Or see, that's where we are. That's where we are in college sports now. That's where we are. Just like last night in lady softball. I was going to ask this, Governor. I'm glad you're back. At what point is it market versus skill or talent, or, in the words of Bishop, competitive depth? In other words, or do they all intertwine in there together?
I just want
Because
to know.
now you've bought the biggest team.
I just want to know if the Texas Longhorns softball team is about to get a paying because Patty, right?
Fitting to see.
So we shouldn't be talking about nothing else regarding Texas sports until y'all acknowledge the women that just won the national championship.
Facts.
Wait a minute, Governor, you left them out twice.
That's all I'm saying.
To back, back to back.
Are y'all going to raise up their NIL or their popularity because they just won the national championship? Not Texas football. The Texas softball team just won the national championship last night. Congratulations to them.
Yep.
Are y'all going to acknowledge those young ladies right there?
It's not.
Who's lost, Austin? Just because somebody don't see something the way that you see it, so all of a sudden they're lost.
If Okay, Austin, if you said that I said experts, if that's what you heard, or that's what I said, I'm not about to sit there and argue with you. What I'm saying is I'm not calling them experts. All I'm saying is no coincidence that those two articles came out the same day we had that conversation about funds.
Yep.
Are
Yep.
you
Yep.
satisfied now? You feel right? If you feel right and you feel great with yourself, okay, cool, bro. If if that's what I said, it's not what I meant to say, I guess. But if you feel good with yourself because you're right, then okay, I have a sticker for you that says awesome across the board. Do you want me to mail it to you, or do you
You want us to email it or what?
like what do you
Yeah.
do you want to do you want a gift? I'm confused. You're harping on something that's really irrelevant right now. You said expert.
Okay. He said
Okay.
he keeps harping on when you said he's saying that you said the expert said that the ACC was wide open. I told him you were being sarcastic when you used the word experts. Quit
I
taking everything so serious.
don't
Yeah.
recall expert, but like I just said, if that's what I said, that's not what I
You
meant.
know, but I
All
didn't
I'm
hear him say
saying,
it.
all I'm saying is the articles came out. The articles came out about the donations.
Right.
Okay, cool. But we were just talking about what Piano just read about what they said the ACC was wide open. Teams like Louisville, Virginia Tech have a chance to be in the college football playoffs. That's what they just said. They didn't
I
say
mean,
they didn't say Clemson. They didn't say Georgia Tech. They named two. They didn't say SMU. They named two schools: Virginia Tech and Louisville. They didn't even say the ACC champion, who was Duke. They said those two teams. Do you want a sticker or something, bro?
okay, I said that when the article about the playoff team was read. Okay, all right.
Okay,
Whether
you
he said
asked
experts or
me
not, the
top of
key
your
is the article was written. The article was written, and however you take all of this, Austin, I'm just reading an article that both me and my GM were talking about. I'm bringing it to the group to get y'all's take on it, not to argue about who's an expert, who's not. Because first of all, the season still has yet to be played. Number two, if you were paying
why do you
attention
keep
to how
going
the
in and out?
article was being, how it was going, they gave four definites. Everyone else is like playing a game of spades
Like,
the black folks way.
you keep going in and out. Why?
Uh, four and a possible. Everyone else are possibles. That's how that's going. That's how it's going. Just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. So the point that I'm making is that when I read this to governor, because he missed it yesterday, when I read this to governor, I wanted governor's take on it because yesterday, Bishop, Lady Latoya, and myself, we all three had our takes on the same article. Governor just came with it in a different way. He came with it his way, which makes it right nor wrong. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It just makes it his opinion. Just like mine was mine, Bishop was his, Lady Latoya was hers. Yours is yours. That's all that we're saying. So if you're going to major on minor stuff, Austin, I suggest that come out your feelings and just go with the flow, man. We're just reading an article. And so whoever it is that you're defending, it doesn't make it so sure that whoever your team is, that don't mean that they're going to get in either. Because the experts said, or the experts didn't say.
The
Doesn't
person,
make that. Nobody's lost, Austin.
the the people that
Nobody's lost, bro.
didn't write the article, they wrote the article.
They wrote the
I
article.
write this. I can care less about the ACC, bro. I can care less about the ACC, man. I can care
And
less. They wrote about y'all conference, or if that's even your conference that you're representing. All I'm
yeah,
saying, they mentioned two schools, Virginia Tech and Louisville. And they said the ACC was wide open. That's what they said. I didn't say that. What are we?
and that's the part that we were talking about, is that they said nothing about Miami. They didn't say a word. Nothing was even mentioned about Miami. That's what I was talking about. Can you see the obvious? What's being said without it being said. But then, excuse me, I don't, you can't get into the mind of the writer of the article, because all he's doing, we're getting what he wrote. I feel kind of crazy just trying to explain this, because I'm not here to defend myself. I'm here to have a discussion about an article that was written, because now tied into it is the fact that the other day, Governor, and I'm moving on because I ain't got time for all that. We were talking about the funding and the NIL and the this and the that and the third. When you tie all of this article into remember I said, and what's happening in our current system and everything. Now, Governor, I'm gonna ask this question: doesn't it sound like that the way this article is being written, and you've got the setup like you have it, going back to now to what Hoosier Davis asking, do you guys like the 2014 playoff scenario with what's happening in this article, the way the playoff path that's being presented in this article? Does it sound like that they're on their way to a 2014 playoff?
One, because I wanted to address this comment. No, I don't like the scenario of 24 teams. I just don't. I think that's egregious on the longevity of these players.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking about, the health of these players playing for so long. Because now you're talking about basically the national championship in like February, and that's you're fighting up against the Super Bowl. So is college football? Are they indicating that they're out of funds? Are you saying that y'all losing money or something, or is this a money grab? Because of course, more teams mean more TV time means more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not thinking about the sport; they're thinking about the cash cow. Because more teams means more fans means more money. That's exactly what I'm looking at. But you're not taking the health in consideration of these guys' health moving forward. They already we just saw Indiana go 16-0. Now, just imagine if that was what, that was a 12 or 14 teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're about to add 10 more teams. So there's no more. Hold on. Are you saying the conference championship is about to be wiped out?
You know what? And that's a major question. That's another question, because that's still on the forefront. That's still on the forefront.
Roger, what are you talking about, bro?
Man, listen, Roger, bruh, you won't get sponsors on this channel. Somebody told me I would never be a channel. So that's what I think of your comment.
That, like, what? You won't get sponsors on this channel? Okay, so then why are you on the channel?
So why are you here?
If the channel is so bad, then why are you here then?
Why are you here?
Makes no
Thank you,
sense.
Governor.
If there's something that you don't like, do you stay around something that you don't like? What?
Because we won't debate with you. That told you there's nothing to debate. But keep moving, Governor. Because
Okay.
I'm about to
So
give Roger what he's asking for.
so continue. If you're saying you're gonna have 24 teams, that means you have to eliminate games in a regular season. You can't have a full season and then have a 24 team playoff in a short period of time. How are you going to do that? You will have to start to play in December.
But Governor, let me ask you this though. Since we're on this seat, that's the part of the reason why I reread the article for you today, because there's something else that came to mind. But you took the opposite approach. So let me go back and do it, address it another way. Won't that mean starting the football season earlier too?
It's either you're starting it earlier or you're taking away at the end, because if for 24 teams you have to, because if you for 24 teams in February is the Super Bowl for the NFL. You know, you can't have games going into February because now you're conflicting with with the Super Bowl. I don't think that's something that you really want to have a competition with. It's great on the sound of liking football, but you will have to eliminate the conference championships because they're going to be they're not meaningful anymore. And two, now you have to do your placements of 24 teams. And where are those 24 teams coming from? Are they your first, second, and third spot to the conference, and then you're adding in the FBS schools?
Austin says 16 is the max this thing can go. I don't know, Austin. Now, me
That's still
personally,
pushing it.
Austin, I'm gonna put it to you this way, bro. Now, this is gonna sound very selfish of me, but I'm old school. They should just kept it at 4. Either you get in or you don't. You win what you're supposed to win, and you're in. You don't, well, see you in a bowl game.
Where's my purse?
I'm that way. I'm just as cut and dry as it goes. It sounds like you'll say, well, P, you need to come out of that. No, because see, look where it's getting us. You done went from 4. You bypassed 8. Then you went to 12. You're raising hell about 12. Now you're saying 16 is going to be max. Okay, I'll give you that. But what happens when the talking heads come back together again? We want at the table. We want at the table. And then 24. You see what they did with college basketball? Went from 64 to 76, 74, whatever that is. Every time, every few years, Austin is going up. I'm not refuting what you're saying, but I'm saying that when you say 16 is the max this thing can go, I beg to differ.
That's a lot. But basketball and football are two different physical type of sports.
Yeah.
Like
And
basketball, you can just it's not you. Yes, you can have injuries. Yes, you could tear your ACL. There's a lot of things that can happen in any sport. You can get hurt in any sport. But the physical wear and tear on a football player for that long. Now imagine if you're a freshman quarterback or a running, and you played 18 to 20 games in a season, you're not going to have a longevity in the NFL, especially if you're the cash cow on your team, like a Jeremiah Love, Scatterboo, those teams that actually rely on their running back. You're not going to have a long career in the NFL if you're doing that your freshman year.
like what you said, Governor. And here's the point that I'm going to get at right there, because you just bring up an interesting point. Just say, for instance, this guy comes in as a freshman and he starts like what you're saying as a freshman, and he plays as a freshman, starts, and hypothetically saying that he's on a team that's pretty jacked, and they loaded, and so that team that year plays 18 games. That's 18 right there. And then his sophomore year, they playing 18 more. Just say, for instance, he's winning back-to-back natties. That's 2 years, 36 games.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of games. For 2 years, that's a lot of games. And then because the NFL has this thing about age and this, that, and the third, he's not NFL eligible yet. So he comes back for a third year, and then just say, for instance, this time they win, they play 16 games, whatever. So 36 plus the 15, that's a lot of games. So what Governor's saying is true. So by the time he makes it into his rookie year, whether he comes out as a junior or he stays for his fourth year, his wear and tear on his body from college
It's shot.
is shot. He's basically through. So you don't see the Derrick Henrys that much anymore, who has this insane workout plan. And I know this is a sore subject for some folks, but I give dude his props. LeBron James, at 40-something years old, his workouts are incredible. That's why he can still go. But if you look at LeBron, still age catches up with you. With these guys playing 18, 19 games in college, by the time, Governor, they're 25. One wrong hit in professional.
Like what
it's over for them.
What we're gonna do? Change it from 60-minute games to 48-minute games? Because that's a lot. That's a lot of wear and tear in your first 2 seasons. Because we already just saw 16-0, and that was 4 playoff games. If you're adding 10 more teams, that's another 4 to 6 games added on to the season. And that's if they're keeping the conference championship or not. Why would we agree to that?
I'm just saying. And so, again, the Bama fan, Keywan Lacey had 300 plus carries himself last year. That's what we're talking about. And they went all the way to the semifinal game. Ole Miss did.
The longest for a running back in the NFL is minimum 3 years, bro. After 3 years, they start looking at them as expendable. You might have 3 years worth of work in 2 seasons at college. You're not getting drafted high and don't have an injury.
And I was going to bring that up earlier about the injury. So God forbid he has an injury, and then he gets a medical red shirt, comes back and play, because you're still trying to get your value up. You're still trying to get your bank up for NFL. So it's a lot that this, going back to this article, there's a lot that's being said right there without it being spoken. That's all I'm saying. That's the other point that I was trying to get at, is that when you're looking at the playoff path, because guess what? How many times had a player, Governor, opted out of a bowl game?
Yeah, a lot.
See, that's what made the value of bowl games go down, when stars begin to opt out of them. Then a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken, in the playoff game, a couple of stars, they wouldn't play in them. Why? Because they wanted to focus on the NFL Combine.
Right. So you're opting out of the bowl game. You might even opt out of the Senior Bowl. Well, why would they do that? Why would they go to the Senior Bowl? Why? Because the scouts there, where the scouts at the combine, regardless on where your status is. So most people, from what my understanding, I'm not too sure. I wasn't there. P was there. So the Senior Bowl, yes, you probably had some high draft picks there, right? But majority, how I'm looking at it, the majority of the kids or the guys that's going to the Senior Bowl is to boost up their status, right? Am I wrong for saying that?
Wait a minute. Say that again, Governor.
I was saying that the Senior Bowl, right?
Okay.
Yes, you have some guys that's in there that's going to be high draft picks there, and it's a pleasure, and it is a pleasure to actually get invited to go there. That's an honor to go there. But if I'm a high draft pick, why would I go to the Senior Bowl?
And you know what? And that's what happened with some of them. I'm gonna give you a good for instance. It's good you brought that up, Governor. Remember, I wait a minute. Hold up here.
Like, there's no point for me going there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got, Governor, I'm about to be messy, right? Wait a minute. Wait just a second.
But they're not
Now,
getting. All of them are not getting paid. So that's the thing. All of them are not getting paid pro money though. That's
right.
all of them are.
Governor,
Some of
Governor,
them.
remember this here? Remember this? Credentials.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get what you're saying. If they're getting paid NFL money, they should do that. Yeah, but the NFL ain't playing 20 games in a season.
Right. But
With-
with this, what I was about to say, me and Governor got this long standing joke talking about credentials. I got credentials. When I went to the Senior Bowl, Mendoza wasn't there. Ty Simpson wasn't there. It was a couple of other of your big stars that was not there. Why? Because of what Governor said. They were already guaranteed high draft spots. So them putting their bodies on the line for that, it wouldn't have made no sense for them. Now they could have come and made an appearance because 9 times out of 10, they were invited, they were this and that and the third. They did not have to come and participate. But guess who was there? Diego Pavia was there. Got a picture of him, got a video of him and everything. He was there. One of the most popular players on the planet was there, right? Somebody answer me this. And Governor, you're going to see which way I'm going with this. Did Diego Pavia get drafted?
No.
He did not. Which leads me to this. Austin, when you talk about they're getting paid too, that Senior Bowl really didn't help Diego.
No. They did
It
not.
didn't help him at all. So when they come there, ooh. Now, Governor, you help me put this in the right wording because, like what you say, words matter. Context matters. Some of those guys come there hoping to boost their draft stock up because they know under a regular circumstance, they really have no stock or it's very low.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at I look from point A to point Z. Why would I go to the Senior Bowl when I could just display if I get invited to the NFL Combine, why not just display it there? And matter of fact, some guys were opting out of the NFL Combine and just straight doing it. Just
I don't see how, and this is good, like I said, good conversation to have and everything. And that's what the purpose of me bringing the article in and reading these articles. I love reading articles. I just like reading articles. And but God, I have not seen that yet, Anthony, but I will go and look and see. Governor and Piano Man, did you see that there is a major report that the ACC is in debt and they are about to go broke? It doesn't surprise me, but I have not read the article, but if you tell me where I can find it, I'll Google it up and see what's what, and that can be another discussion that we can have. But going back to what Governor said, I'm just at this point to where Governor.
And no, wait, hold on. You can't say articles out here because I might say the wrong word. That's experts.
Anyway, man, I almost said something ugly right there. I'm sorry, because I'm not trying to get no sponsors. I'm not trying. See, I'm doing this because I love doing what I do. See, so for people that's judging me and critiquing me and putting me under this microscope, I hope you like what you see. But what you see is what you get.
Man, I got called an idiot. Damn.
Like, come on, dog. But Governor, but we've been called worse.
Oh yeah, I've been called worse.
We've been called worse. So we that man idiot. Thank you. That's mild compared to what we've been called.
Right.
And like I said, so to Roger, who said you won't get no sponsors, there were some folks that said, "Oh, you won't ever be a channel." It's all good and fine.
Hey,
because I know how to persevere because I was taught that as a kid that you keep moving. Your perception and your view of me does not take away what God has already spoken about me. You'll never trump him. Now let's keep it moving. So Governor, when we get back to the article, let's go back to the article before we was called idiots and dumb and all that kind of stuff. It said that the ACC was wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open.
And I see why. I can see why they said that because
give me your reasoning.
My reasoning is the first fact is who won the ACC last year. I think that's a major thing. You had a team that went 7-5 to win the ACC championship. Yeah, if that from the outside looking in, yes, I would say, wow, this conference is wide open because I've never seen a team go 7-5 to win a college. I mean, to win a conference championship. It's not like basketball. See, in basketball is different. College basketball is very different. You could have a terrible schedule and go into the conference championship and win. Because any of those type of games, you can win any type of day. But football, you've never seen a team do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the reason why they say it's wide open, because nobody in that conference has been really the forefront since Clemson. They were the team winning 10 to 11 games a season. They were the team always winning the ACC championship or representing the ACC in their championship.
Right.
They were the team that won 2 national championships in that conference. Florida State was another team since 2013. But other than that, it's always been the front runner of Clemson running that conference. Now, when you see a downhill from Clemson, a downhill from Florida State, and you see a team like Duke winning the championship, yeah, I would say anybody can win this conference.
Yep.
That's
and
just
guess what? And that's not only your opinion, but like we said, that's what the opinion is of the guy who wrote the article. Remember, folks, it's just these people that write articles are just like you and I. They are writing about opinion. This is an opinion of theirs. But some of this stuff is not an opinion. It's a fact.
Duke
won it last year at 7-5. Are you kidding me? Duke, who would have thought that was going to happen like that.
But hold on, because I guess I'm being petty right now. But if you've been doing your profession for a long period of time, like journalism, yes, your first year of journalism, you won't be called a certain title. But if you've been writing articles for a long period of time, and you have credibility of others that can say, yeah, he did a good thing or she did a good thing. If you've been doing that for X amount of years, don't they call you an expert? That's the reason
Exactly.
why. That's why you're able to write these articles.
He
Because
wouldn't be writing for Athlon if he wasn't.
you would not be able to write for those certain things because you have to go through the protocol to either release that and everything like that. So as like Josh Pate has been doing what he's been doing for so long. When he speaks, some people would say the expert, right? Because he's been doing it for so long.
Right.
So the word expert is not a far-fetched to say for these people that's been writing these articles. But that's neither here nor there. But the ACC is wide open. I would say honestly, all the conferences are wide open because everybody has been improving their teams, regardless of what the name of the school is,
Right.
history that they've had. We saw it in the SEC alone. Anybody can win this conference.
Right.
So wouldn't that result for every other conference? Anybody can win this conference?
Cause here's what they say, and let me back up. At the very beginning, it talks about, it says, let me start at the beginning. 2 years of data from the expanded 12-team college football playoff field isn't enough to draw sweeping conclusions. However, that short window of time has provided a glimpse of what could be coming this fall. Only 4 teams, Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, and Indiana, qualified for both 12-team field. They're giving 4 teams credit for being the only ones who qualified.
You said say those
Now,
teams.
if your team got mentioned, but you having trouble as a qualifier, and you having trouble accepting the fact that this same man said that the ACC was wide open, then I don't know what lens you're watching or what ears you're listening to, but you're missing the gist of what he's saying.
No,
At
say
the, at the point is solid, but at the bottom of the article is wide open.
you say those teams again. Those 4 teams.
Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, and Indiana.
So 3 Big Ten schools are
Or
qualified.
yeah,
3.
Oregon, Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana. Only one SEC school. Everything else was Big Ten. Governor's right.
Last time I checked, has Oregon won the Big Ten? When's the last time Oregon's won the Big Ten?
Oregon won it 2 years ago.
So they won it 2 years ago.
They won it 2 years ago.
They won it 2 years ago. Cool. I just had to remember.
And then got destroyed in the playoff.
And they in the playoff. So you have 3 Big Ten schools who you saying is automatically qualified to go to the playoffs. 1 SEC school, Georgia, who's qualified to go to the playoffs. That's just
And mind you, Governor, let me ask a question. Who won the Big Ten last year?
Indiana.
Indiana.
Over Ohio State. Right?
But yet Ohio State did not win their conference, but they still qualified as a number 1 seed, as did Georgia, as did Indiana, as did Oregon.
So how, if the Big Ten, right, had Indiana and Ohio State in their conference championship last year, which was actually a great game if y'all watched it. It was a good game. Those 1 and 2, because I believe they were 1 and 2. However, They were 1-2. But you put Oregon in it to qualify. They weren't in it last year. So how do they get that automatic? I guess I'm confused. Would they get the automatic bid to be qualified if they weren't in it last year? Are they saying that they're going to be better than the other two Big Ten schools? Because all three of them can't be the top schools.
See, that's what I'm saying. The shift has occurred. And that's all we're saying is that this guy is saying that you're going from one degree of being solid that when it comes down to now to this conference called the ACC, it's wide open. That's an opinion because it is wide open because of like what Governor said. I don't know why he didn't bring Miami in there. I don't know. But I know this. He bought a team up in there, and I know Miami fans don't want to hear this, but it's just the truth. He put a team on it. He mentioned the team, that Miami has lost to 2 years in a row. And that's Louisville.
Or are they saying that it's just my opinion, y'all? Maybe I'm just too stupid to think this. Are they saying that they're not even going to look at the ACC to get into the playoffs? Or if they are, they're barely going to get in?
If it will Miami or whomever comes out of the ACC, will they have that grit to make that run?
Exactly, because if you're telling me three Big Ten teams are qualified, then you have one SEC school. There's a lot of SEC schools that's in there that could also make the playoffs. But that's just a given, right? Then you had the Big 12, because you also mentioned BYU. They didn't say nothing about Texas Tech. Okay. And then you have the ACC. When you mentioned teams like Louisville and Virginia Tech, are y'all telling me, are y'all alluding to that the ACC will barely get one or two teams in? Because everything has to now fall into place. The scheduling, the wins and losses, how you won and lost, the Heisman Trophy nominees are in considerable contention because you're going to want it. Though I'm thinking that as money. If you're a Heisman Trophy contender and your team is on a winnable team, but just didn't win they didn't win the conference, they're still going to look at that like, yo, this is a good team. They're going to consider that. They're going to slide you up further than anybody from the SEC. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Ellen, Duke lost to, wasn't that Duke and Virginia game at the championship game? Wasn't it also a rematch game in which Virginia beat them the first time?
Yeah.
I mean, and then Ellen V, I'm glad you're here because I can make another argument. When you go and look at SMU's results last year, SMU lost to schools within, if I'm not mistaken, within the SEC, within the ACC, whom they should have beaten. Didn't they lose to Wake Forest? Which makes me, and I mean no harm, but to me, the ACC was weak from top to bottom. You all just, as Miami fans, you all just so happen to be the stronger team at a particular time.
I mean, at one point, weren't they talking about Georgia Tech making it?
Yeah.
All last season, it was up and down, up and down, up and down.
For all of y'all, the ACC was very up and down. So when you read this article, let me put it to you like this. Thank you, Governor, for putting it this way. When I read the article, I read it from a lens of there are only 4 teams that are just show enough in there. 3 of them come from the Big Ten and one from the SEC. Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia. Those are your definites. Now, that's how I read the article, and that's how I picked it up, that you're looking at 4 teams for sure. The those three out the Big Ten and that one out the SEC. And when you look at it again, to me, he's also subliminally saying, and those are going to be your 4 this year. That will be your definite.
We're not even talking about Notre Dame.
Because that's a given.
That's a given.
That's
So
a given. Everybody else, you're going to have to play your way in.
And that's what I don't understand. People always want to come. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying the responses or the hate that they have for Alabama. Y'all are pointing this hate to the wrong people. You should be going after Notre Dame because they already told you if they go 10 and if they win 10 games, they're in. They already said that. They didn't.
All they got to do.
That's all they have to do is win 10 games. They said this already.
I got to play your way in. I mean, okay, so here we go. And get ready to wrap it up here. So here we go. We might come back to this article. Ain't no telling how we might do it. That's why I be saying the Discord is wide open. Come on over and hey, come on over to Let's Talk and let's rap about this for a little while. But I'm telling you, so let's just take this article. Let's just take this article. You've got 4 teams solid. You got 1 team who is a given because you don't have to bring them up. So let's just deal with the 5. You're dealing with Notre Dame. You're dealing with Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State, and Georgia. Now, who's going to fill in them 7 other slots?
And see, I don't think they're paying attention. Let's take it back real quick. That's just the 7 other slots, right?
Okay.
You now opening the door to say that you can go 9, 8, and 4 and still make it, depending on who you played that season.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
See,
I
just read the article. We didn't write the article. We just read it. We're just discussing it. That's all.
And that could be a good thing for certain schools and a bad thing for others. Because now if you go 8 and 4, but in the rest of your conference you're tied in 8 and 4, that scheduling is going to be important because now you have to pick the schools that's going to bring the most money to be watched on TV now. So a lot of schools, even with that format, are going to be pissed off because it's like, I beat this team and I beat this team, but I lost to this team, which is a bad loss. We're both tied at 8 and 4. We didn't play each other, but I'm gonna pick this team over here because I had the worst loss. How are y'all going to decipher which school is supposed to rightfully be in there? You're gonna have are we gonna have a play-in?
This is getting but Governor. Wait a minute. Say this and we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, bro. Bro, remember what you said, and when you something that you just said triggered another thought. And remember, this is what some folks wanted, to be more like the league. But guess what? Now you're seeing how it goes. And so because now it's 12, and when Austin said 16 max,
those are the play-in.
Austin, that remains to be seen. Because all of a sudden now, some of them are pushing. Because here's the thing, Austin, about that 16. Which if it goes from 12, it don't need to be any more than 16. And I got that part. But Austin, my problem with it is for those who didn't get, those who keep saying, we want a seat at the table because we deserve it. We're playing. We're part of the NCAA constructive and collective and the this and the that and the third. And here's where my issue comes in too. If you're going to put 24 teams in there
That's
and
crazy.
25 teams are ranked, see, this is what I'm saying. They should have left it at 4, as far as I was concerned. Either you get in or you don't, and you play in a bowl game. Because, Governor, you in the AP top 25, this is an all-year thing. And that thing fluctuates. And we all know that if you're going toward a 2014 playoff, I'm just going on and just say if it's 24, not trying to disrespect anybody who's saying 16, 12, 8, 4. I'm just saying since what's on the table is the 24, let's just deal with the 24. That means in that AP top 25, and even when you put the college football playoff poll out, they both sort of mirror image each other. You know what that means? For the most part, Governor, one team is going to get left out.
But my thing is now they just implemented you have to have 2 FBS schools in this format. If you go to 24, how many FBS schools are actually going to get the nod to get in now? And say one of those FBS schools get in, right? And they're playing against whoever your favorite team is. And one of your guys get injured and y'all lose to that team because you played an unnecessary game. You know the uproar you about to have.
Jeff says it, Jeff, you got to take in the upsets too. And that's what I mean. Anthony said, Austin, I'm willing to hear about your, I tell you what, Austin, Austin, I'm gonna put my email address there. If you put in a bracket and everything, we'll show it. We'll show it. I'm gonna give you my email in just a minute.
Like for the future, it's not money wise. Yes, that makes sense because you got to have more eyes on your sport. And yes, everybody wants to have a Cinderella team. It's just for the storyline. It's always great to see a Cinderella school.
Uh-huh.
That's just inevitable. Everybody wants to be the underdog, and see that team, prevail to higher stakes that they probably didn't ever think they were going to have possible. I understand that. Great. But now you have to look at the bigger picture because some of these kids' draft stocks can go down by either injury, longevity in the season, um, money wise on TV on when they being played, the interest of those games. Like, are we going to be, if you could put a lot of money into this project, but you could lose a lot of money depending on where the teams lay. Because if Ohio State is a 2 team and they go up against a 16 team, how many people are really watching that game?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to start to lose interest in watching college football with this playoff format?
Governor, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
All I know is this right here. When Ole Miss played Tulane in round 1 of the college football playoffs, guess what? I didn't watch it.
No.
I did not watch it. I did. I'm not one of these fans say, long as it's college football, not me.
Not necessarily, bro.
That's not necessarily the truth. Because you see, here's the catch. Here's the catch, ladies and gents. Certain teams sell. And things didn't pick up. I mean, for the Ole Miss crowd, they were there hunky-dory. For the Tulane crowd, yeah, we're a chance to get in, blah, 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 knowing good and well you wasn't going to beat Ole Miss. But you were just glad to be, as they say in the church, you were glad to be in the service one more time. But when it comes down to money making and things like that, and TV sales and things like that, now who is Forgive me, no disrespect, but where's the sexy matchup now?
It might end up with two FBS teams playing each other in a playoff game. You watching this game?
But are you really going to watch it? The answer is really no.
Liberty versus North Dakota. Are y'all watching that game?
No.
No. So that was a waste of a TV slot. Not saying they didn't deserve to be in it. I'm not saying that other schools don't have the right to be at the table. Every school should have the right to be at the table. But when you're talking money, which they're always talking about is money. Nope, you're losing money for 3 hours for that TV slot, regardless if it's at a 12 o'clock or an 8 o'clock. Nobody's watching those games.
Governor, it's still the Montagues versus the Capulets.
Exactly. Nobody's watching those games, so you're losing money. The TV, the network is getting money, but you're not really bringing in the cash cow that you thought you did by having this long format. 16-game format, you might be able to swing that, but then you have to think, okay, if we go to 16 games, when does the college football playoff start?
They start in December, right?
Hopefully, but if it starts in December, you have to now wait after all the championship games, and then you got to do your selection, which is the very next week or that Sunday. And then you're gonna play all those, you're gonna put all those brackets. It'll be interesting. You'll see it on ESPN, and they break all the teams down. If you're a good team and the committee does something drastic to put you against a school that's inferior, and you know damn well you shouldn't even be in that slot, you're going to be upset anyway.
Right.
You're going to be upset anyway. Man, we should never been. We should have been over here. How they get you see the controversy that you're about to have? Somebody's going to get effed over. Excuse my language. And then you got a team like Notre Dame who's not in a conference, who can just basically play wherever they lie them at. That's a free pass, in my opinion, because you really didn't earn to get here because you're not in a conference. Even the FBS schools have a conference championship game.
I'm just saying, man. And like what Anthony's saying, let's say Notre Dame loses to Miami, to Navy, Miami, Michigan State. Do they still make the playoff with the special privilege the committee gave them?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll still go.
Yeah, they're still going to go because they are the money cash cow. You had a whole big
they're still going.
Being in it last year.
And then the other part of that, Governor, now, if they lose a fourth game, now that's where the question marks are going to come.
If
they still get in, and you've got other schools with better records, you're gonna have the biggest fight on your hand, and you're gonna see mutiny. So you're gonna see mutiny on the ship.
Not necessarily, because if we had the 24, I'm talking about the 24, not the 16 that Austin was alluding to.
Right.
16 is like, oh, you might be able to pull that off. Okay, but if you had 4, yeah, they could. I just said you opening up a door that teams at 8 and 4 can still get in.
But now let's go back to the present model of 12. And now they lose. I'm talking about Notre Dame, and they lose 4.
If it's at 12, then no. I don't think you should be in at 12 at 8 and 4. No, especially if you don't even have a conference championship game.
Exactly.
I don't think you should be in.
And I don't think that they and Anthony, to answer your question, as far as I'm concerned, even if they lose these 3 right here, Notre Dame lose those 3 and no conference, it's gonna be tough.
I mean,
it's gonna be tough.
Texas went 9 and 3, didn't make it in,
and didn't make it. Didn't make it. Texas wasn't even close to an SEC championship and still didn't make it. Still under a different model, Texas would have made it.
Right.
Under a different model, Texas would have made it. But under the present model, they didn't make it.
Because they wouldn't have made it if it was just 4. Yes. They might have been close if it was 8. But they didn't make it when it was 12. So now if it's 16, yeah, they're in. But who's coming out? Yeah, they have a 9-3 record, but this team over here at 8-4. But those 4 losses are higher than those 3 losses that y'all have over here. You telling me that the 8-4 team is not going to get in over the 9-3 team?
Right. I'm just saying, man, it is crazy. But I'm telling you all again, if it interests you, get an Athlon 2026 college football magazine, college football preview magazine, Athlon college football 2026 college football preview. These articles will trip you out. I'm saying that I love to read them because I like to compare. Now I'm going later on next week, the Lord willing. I'm going later on next week. I'm gonna look for Lindy's and Street and Smith or any other ones, and I'm going to compare it up against Athlon. I want to see what everybody's saying. What is everyone saying? And no, we know that it's all opinionated, but I'm going to tell you this. If you get an Athlons, you see where they have your team ranked and all that good stuff, then you're going to see. But you might be impressed. You might get angry, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to say this. That's why they play the games on the field. And I'm going to say this. I said it before. I'll say it again. Winning settles everything. Winning does. Not hypothetical wins, not moral victories, but the wins on the field when the clock on the field says 3-0. And I can all I have to be is 1 point better than you. That's all I have to be. Just takes 1 point. You just barely won, and I won. But you got blown out. Yeah, I lost. Doesn't matter if it's 38-37 or 38-3. A win is a win, and a loss is a loss. They're not going to judge me how I won or by how many points I won. They're going to just judge me whether I won or lost. Winning settles everything. If winning settles everything, what does losing do? Lose and find out. That's all I'm saying. So, next week, Governor, gonna be a special week. We are starting what I call the summer series. Next Monday, I've got some guest scheduled, but I don't think they're going to be on Monday. So Monday, we just might have 2 shows. We might have 2 shows Monday and Tuesday. And we'll go from there. But we're just going to play it by ear. But on tap, we I know for sure B Sharp. I'm interviewing B Sharp, my brother, interviewing him. And then I got somebody else special coming. And just might be interviewing B Sharp and this other guy, this other brother, at the same time. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time next week during our summer series. I may as well go on to tell you next Tuesday morning, Governor, I'm going to need you here because the one, the only legend is going to be here. And we are, oh God, I'm going to have coffee, hot chocolate, and a Coca-Cola because you're dealing with legend. And so legend will be here next Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday is going to be 2 whirlwind days. I look to have some fun, and we're going to be talking some of everything. We're going to talk Bama football. We're going to be talking about how they got here as content creators and things like that. So my summer series, I got some things coming, and so I'm waiting to hear from someone else on another Sunday night special. But that was going to be very, very special, and so you wouldn't want to miss that. And so that's for next week. All right, Governor, parting words, big bro.
Uh, I woke up, opened my eyes, saw my kids, saw my family, so that's a blessing. Um, Today's podcast was different. It's more humbling, I guess, or more soft spoken for me. Just enjoy your life. As you can see, people are going to talk about you regardless. If you're doing well, if you're not doing well, if you don't align with their opinions or whatever, they start calling you names. Just take that with a grain of salt. That doesn't hurt me. I can care less on what you call me. I know what I do. I have a job. I take care of my family, and I'm a great father. That's what keeps me going every single day. Not the ignorant comments, I would say. But other than that, today's Friday. Enjoy y'all day. Love your loved ones, and do whatever you need to do to make a better day for you.
Hear you. And Governor is a great dad. He's a great husband, and most of all, he's a great brother and friend to me. And and man, we love Governor and all that, man. We just love Governor and love his family. And and you won't find him no better than Governor. So we love you, bro. We appreciate you. Austin, I agree with you about Notre Dame. Join a conference or get to stepping. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Bama hater, I didn't get an answer back from you. Did you check your email? Because I did email you last week, I think it was. But if I need to email you again, Bama hater, I will. It's something I need from you. Something I need. Okay. And so that's why I'm asking. Uh, I want to thank everybody for coming. Now, I want to say something else. All we ask is that when you come respectful. That's it. Just come respectful. Hey, I can handle smack talking. What I don't handle too much is two things: trashing and stupidity. I don't handle that too well. I say this from time to time, Governor. If you think knowledge is expensive, try ignorance.
Mhm.
Ignorance is more expensive than knowledge has ever thought about being. It really costs you something when you're ignorant. So all I'm saying is that come respectful. We just try to keep it peaceful over here, and but we like to have fun. We like to have loose. Now, number two, and I don't address things too much because I just let it go on one end. I thought, I'm going to address this. I don't do this to get sponsors. I don't do this for I don't do this to get sponsors. I do this because I love the game of sports. Sports. You know, I love football. I love basketball. I love baseball. I love wrestling. I love track and field. I love sports. Let me get off into some golf, and I love that too in a minute. I love NASCAR. I love it. I love sports. So when I'm over here talking sports, that's my happy place. Outside of talking things about God, my second thing is talking about sports. But if you notice, I don't get on here talking about religion too much because that's a personal thing. I don't talk politics at all because that gets ignorant and crazy. But we can talk sports. Sports is what kind of brings us all together. Now, do we have our opinions and our differences? Just like with anything else, we have our opinions and differences about uh, food, how you fix it, how you like it, baked or fried, grilled or smoked. Everybody likes what they like. But when we can learn to respect each other in our likes and our dislikes, then I think The world will see a whole better side of all of us because we can respect that. I respect you, Indiana, because you won. I just don't like you, if that makes any sense. I respect you because it's true, but I just don't like you. Georgia, forget it. LSU, and that team that wears orange across the state over there, I won't even say your name. But I respect the fan base. But I'm just telling you, but when we become disrespectful, all that good stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't do stuff for sponsors and all that kind of stuff. I do stuff like this because that's what I like to do. And I like to bring people in on it, and let's just talk and let's have some fun with it. Because the world is crazy enough, Governor, with all this other stupid stuff we got going that we get over here and we bashing each other and all that kind of stuff. Nah, I don't go for that. I'm bigger than that. I'm badder than that. Because like I told you yesterday, I am the Optimus enforcer. Some of y'all, a couple of folks found out about that today. And so I ain't playing. Because what's the debate when there's no debate? So, like I said, you might not can be first, but you can be next. Because I'm Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Woo, that's it. So anyway, thank you everybody for coming. Governor, Bishop, Lady Latoya, I saw Twister in there, Coach Carl, everybody. Man, I'm looking forward to next week. And listen, the Discord is open. It's always open. It's always open. Get on in there. Hey, start a conversation. Somebody's coming. Now, somebody wrote in there the other day, Governor, y'all ain't never in here. No, it's not the fact that we're never in there. Sometimes you're not there when we're there.
Or
you just missed us. That's what the difference is. We're there. You're just not there when we're there.
we don't need to be in there to start a conversation. All you got to do is go in. I'm sure somebody's going to go in here to have a conversation.
Me and J. Cole was in there talking the other night. I forgot how y'all got started, and he and I started interacting, started chatting there and everything. So hey, that's how that is. So don't wait on us. You go in there, start the conversation. I mean, going in there, I'm talking about, man, I'm pissed off. I guarantee you somebody coming. I guarantee you somebody coming. Or you say Roll Tide or Go Canes or whatever. Go in there and say something. Somebody's coming. Or if you just say, I need somebody to talk to, somebody's coming. Somebody's on the way. That's why we set it up like that, because it's never, ever closed. Because I'm giving you a spoiler alert, because during the season, and Governor will tell you, during the season, back in the Gap, in our old place, the Discord was lit up during the season. That's where we met. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day we met in the Discord. Well, that's the way it's going to be over here. But we want to make it a lot more personable. And nobody's trying to get in your business. As long as you don't put it out there, won't nobody be in it. That's how that goes. That's how I see that. As long as you don't put it out there, nobody be in it. But anyway, that's our show for today. I want everybody to have a great weekend. And don't be surprised if Piano Man don't just make a surprise appearance back on here sometime between today and tomorrow sometime. No telling about the Piano Man. Just remember that now. No telling. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank all of you for coming. Thank you for, now we're talking. Thank y'all for bringing up those likes. We love it. We need it. I want to thank Ebony, who was up in here earlier from Arizona. Thank you, Ebony. And we're looking forward to seeing Noah. And even though he's no longer with Bama, but he's at Georgia Tech. That's still my dog. Him and Jalen Mbakwe. And there's somebody else from Bama that's playing for Georgia Tech. Hey, I still keep up with them. They might not be at Bama anymore, but that don't mean that I have to dislike them as people. Love them as people. Still love them and will always love them. and will always cherish them. So with that being said, thank you, Ebony, everybody for coming. I saw Ellen V. Ellen V. I put my email in the chat there. I hope you saw it. You and Austin. Austin, I'm looking forward to seeing that 16 team bracket that you have. If you can email it to me, hey, we'll post it. We'll post it and we'll play it. We'll look at it on the show and we'll go from there. I'm fair about that kind of stuff because I love engaging my listeners and those that watch. And let me tell you what you do. For those of you that are new in and everything, tell somebody else. Because trust me, we just had to get some things straight today. But hey, we are professional as we can be. But hey, we just let our hair down because I think that's what people like anyway. Because if I was poised and used eloquent language and came with a particular accent, and I talked like I had a little nasal congestion, that wouldn't be good for nobody. But just telling you, set your wind down somewhere, man. Nobody want to hear that nonsense. That's what people can get with. Because that's where we live every day, right? So that's where we are. But I love what I do. And I love the people who I work with. And I love the people who I serve and I interact with. So once again, thank you for coming. And remember to stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord, Jesus Christ. Remember to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him. He'll direct your path. And you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. I promise you can. Once you do all of that, you see your plan. He'll show you your purpose. You'll love your future. Hey, just trust him. Give your life to him. Give your all to him. Hey, it'll all work out in the end. Hey, remember, this kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in and for everybody to get some gumbo. That's what the Gumbo Chefs are for. We do this in mind for everybody. Everybody. So, hey, do your good cooking. Do your good eating. It'll be okay. Hush, Carla. Gotta watch that eating part. Remember, Piano Man don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about. And so with that being said, again, thank you, Governor. Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Lady Latoya, Twister, KT, Coach Carl, all y'all, 401k crew, still rocking strong, and all that good stuff. And to each of you, we want to thank you for coming. That's our show for today. Y'all have a great weekend. Don't forget, I think KB comes on tonight. Georgia fans, I feel sorry for you. But anyway, y'all have a great weekend. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your day. Austin, don't forget to send me that tournament bracket that you have. We want to look at it and and want to go from there. And LNV, please, you and Bama Hater, please contact me at my email address. I'm gonna put it back up on the screen. There we go. Bama Hater and LNV, please contact me there. And hopefully we could, I'm just some information that I need. I see Coach Carl, that's my dog there. Thank you, Coach Carl, for all the, okay, thank you. Thank you, Austin. I'm going to look at it in just a second. And I appreciate everybody for what they do, especially my producer, Dwight, the best producer on this side of heaven. And we just gonna have a good time. Look, y'all, just trust Piano Man. Trust Piano Man when he tells you that the best is yet to come. And y'all have a good weekend. The Discord is open. Bishop is there. Governor's there. I'm gonna be hanging around. Let's just go have a good time. Thank you, Double A. Thank you to all of you. Again, have a good weekend. The Lord willing, we'll see you Monday. And just remember, roll tide. The kitchen is closed. The Gumbo Chefs have gone. The kitchen is closed. There's no more gumbo left. No more gumbo left. Okay? And we are out. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you soon. Roll tide, everybody.